Well, hello. Hope everybody's doing good today. This is weird.
This is very weird because it's 5 o'clock for us.
Yeah,
We're not used to this.
we're used to going live at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock, which it is 6 o'clock Central and
For some
7 o'clock
people
Eastern.
it is,
But
yeah.
this is our first time being live in the Mountain Time Zone,
Yeah.
so it feels weird
It feels really weird.
because it feels like dinner time.
It does.
Normally we go live, in the evening for an hour, and then kind of like wind down,
Yeah, we've had dinner, we've cleaned up.
all that stuff. But now it's like we'll be done at 6 o'clock, and then eat dinner and go kind of chill a
We've
little
got the
bit.
whole night.
Broad daylight out,
It is.
which is a little weird.
But we might actually enjoy the earlier time.
Yeah,
We shouldn't judge it yet.
no, I'm actually enjoying it, and there's another reason that it's weird today because we traveled today.
We did travel today, and we normally don't travel on a Wednesday.
This is the first time we've ever traveled on a Wednesday.
That was weird too.
Yeah. Thank you,
But-
Stephen. We're going to say hello to everybody. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
There's so many people that
Yeah.
probably won't individually say hi to everybody, but hello, everybody, and thank you all. And thanks, Steve, because all that's going to go to the next charity
Mhm.
organization because we just made a donation in Amarillo, Texas
Yes, we did.
last week.
We had a great time
Week-
with them.
week before
Good
last.
afternoon with them. It was awesome.
Yeah, so we're going to talk more about that here in
Yeah.
a little bit. But we were talking about our travel day today. We went from is it Raton or Raton?
Well,
Raton,
Raton.
New
Raton.
Mexico. Just in the top little corner there of New Mexico.
Yeah.
But we were supposed to travel yesterday because our travel days are always on Tuesdays. We were supposed to travel yesterday, but yesterday looked like that
Yeah.
in Colorado Springs. And we were going from Raton to Colorado Springs, and we did not want to travel in that.
No. So we kind of said on Monday, bump that.
Yeah,
We're going to travel on Wednesday
Wednesday.
instead of Tuesday.
and it only took a little bit of coordinating. We had to call and extend for a day,
Yeah.
and we had to cut a day off of here in Colorado Springs, which wasn't bad because
No.
the price is about the same.
Yeah. So it didn't hurt us any.
Even though we are staying military in Colorado Springs, but because everything's so expensive
Expensive
around
in
here,
Colorado. Yeah.
even the military place is not super cheap.
Yeah.
So,
For the area, it is though.
yeah. But hello, everybody. Pop on.
Hello,
Leave us a
everybody.
comment. Let us know where you're watching from. There's already people in here who have already been saying where they're watching from. So we got people from North Carolina, and Fred's in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Sarah's in here tonight.
I'm
Chief and
so
Dee.
glad that Sarah is back.
Yay, Sarah's
She is
back.
back in the social media world. I've missed her.
Welcome back,
I'm
Sarah.
so happy she is back
Yeah.
online.
Chief and Dee is we're buffering a little bit. Over the Hill RV is in here tonight. Melanetti and Full Time Dream. See who else is in here. Our Epic RV Adventure is in here tonight. Hi guys, Michael and Shelly. I think I missed anybody. Salty Vet Adventures. What's up, man? Yeah, we are Rocky Mountain High.
Yeah.
We're in Colorado Springs, and I would say it was a beautiful drive in, but we don't know. The cloud ceiling was pretty low.
Yeah, when we left.
So we didn't get to see a lot. But last week when we were in Raton, we did go up to Trinidad.
Yeah.
So we did get to see a really good view of the Rocky Mountains
really
last
good, yeah.
week, just briefly, because we went in there for the day.
So excited to be here.
But yeah, it's cleared up here. But in the campground we're at, you can't really see the mountains because there's so many tall pine trees in the way that you can't really see the
Coming
mountains.
in, we could. It was a gorgeous background coming in the base.
So yeah, and Wayne is here in Castle Rock. So you're on the lift.
Yes.
Wayne. We're going to contact you and hopefully get to see you while we're here. Karen English is here from Dallas. Dwayne from Arkansas. So we got folks from all over the place. Daniel Wright just got here. Hello from Colorado Springs. Well, welcome, Daniel.
Sweet.
Both just got here. It's very beautiful. We like it so far. The campground that we're staying at is right at the base of the Rocky Mountains.
Yes.
We can't, like I said, we can't see it from here, but we are right at the base. So if you drive a little bit out of the RV park, we're out of the shadow of the pines.
Yeah.
You can see the Rocky Mountains, and because of what we just showed you, they still have snow on them.
Yeah. Which is beautiful. God, it's so
They
beautiful.
were all snow capped last week, but because of all the snow yesterday, there's snow almost all the way down to the base of the mountains
just
right now.
Beautiful.
So it's very cool. Let's see here. We got people from all over the place. Raging Adventures in here. All right, Ray and Jen. Ida from Idaho. Jack is in Arizona. Salty Vet is in Salt Lake City. Marvin in Oklahoma. We got folks from all over the place. I know Papa Drew, he's out in California.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sunshine.
And Rob is in here. Hi, Rob. Very much frequenter on our Facebook page and from Canada. So hi from Canada. Oh, Pat is in Trinidad, Colorado.
Wow.
We had no idea. We were just there last week, so
that's not far.
Not far at all.
It's a pretty little town. I liked it.
Dana says he's camping in the Air Force Academy right now too. Well, you're probably
Are you kidding?
pretty close to us, dude, because that's right where we're at.
Sweet.
So yeah, I don't know where you're at, but you're in here somewhere.
We're in Site 91.
Yeah,
and we have fellow Alliance
we do
family that is here that we're going to meet.
Yeah, we learned that on the
forum for
the Facebook
Alliance. So
forum
I'm
for
glad
Alliance.
there's another alley in here.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah, we'll go meet them.
Yeah, thanks again, Steve, for that donation. We appreciate that. 100% of all of our super chats, super stickers go to the next veteran organization that we're going to donate to. We're going to talk about the one we just did, because that was very cool.
It was very
cool. RFR Adventure. We already know y'all are in Gulfport, Mississippi, but y'all will be heading closer to us very soon.
That's right.
So we're
getting
looking
closer.
forward to seeing you guys. Ray and Jensen, if you're going to be in Denver, my son lives there and does a lot of hiking. Yeah, we actually are going to be in Denver a couple weeks from now. That's our next stop.
Yes, next stop is Denver.
Yeah, so we will be going up there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any suggestions on things to do,
yes, let us know. I started a list, but
yeah, and our meetup tracker here in Colorado Springs is just blown up.
Yeah,
we already got like 4 or 5 people on there that we're supposed to meet up with here in Colorado Springs. That's including old friends from the military.
Military friends are here, yeah.
And we have new allies here from the Alliance that you just mentioned. And we have some people who contacted us last time that wanted to get on the tracker, and we're finally here. So it's our first time in Colorado.
Yeah.
Like
ever.
Well, like I mentioned last week, we did go to Trinidad briefly.
But I mean.
But other than that, this is our very first time in Colorado.
Yeah.
And no one mentioned to me that it snows in May in Colorado.
I'm sure it's not out of the realm for it to even be later in the year and see snow in Colorado.
Probably not. Thank you, Ricky and Barbara. We appreciate that. Happy Wednesday. We hope you guys are having a good time. And I'm assuming that you guys are in Alabama. I'm not for 100% sure. So it's probably warmer where you are, because our daughter is in Alabama, and I think she said something about
there's a question.
Like in the 80s. What's the question?
you scrolled by it.
Who's your wife?
Very rare.
No.
Very rare that lately I've been drawn back to the hats. Like last year, I hardly ever wore a hat on the channel. It was very rare.
Yeah, you've been doing the hats a lot.
I've been doing the hats a lot because a lot of the places have been very windy.
That's true.
And I don't like to mess with it. Or if it's been in the crappy weather, I don't want to mess with my hair getting wet.
Yeah.
And because the hair is fake, it can get wet and not look retarded.
So her hair is really not very long at all.
No, my real hair is not very long. It probably comes to my shoulders.
Yeah.
Right now, I keep it short because all I do is put it in a bun and clip on my hair.
We did that at the exact same time. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for that $10. We'll go directly to the next veteran organization, which we don't know where that will be yet. It'll be somewhere
on the West Coast,
somewhere out Washington, Oregon area. But we don't know yet.
Nope. We got to start doing our research though.
Yeah, we do, because we got to find. We don't know anything about the West Coast at all, so we really
don't know how much veteran organizations are out west. It might be hard to find something. We don't know yet.
Yeah. David said, "Welcome to Colorado. Been my home for the last 23 years."
Wow.
Awesome. And and when we're in Denver, we're going to meet up with Dave
Yes.
from Mile High Campers. If you don't know who Dave is from Mile High Campers, he is the one who designed our logo.
He is responsible for how it looks.
Yeah. Early on in our channel, we had a contest to design our logo because we had several ideas. I'm very artsy. I can draw pretty well.
We had too many ideas. That was the problem.
And yeah, we just so we put it out there, and he won the contest. And it just so happens that he has a vinyl decal business that he runs.
So he makes all our decals.
And so yeah, he makes. If you have received any of our little decals that we hand out, Dave made that.
Yep.
He does all the decals for the outside of our rig. Yep. He did the last one for the Montana, and he did the one here, and he does a really great job at it. So
great work.
Can't wait to meet Dave in person.
Yes, I can't. It feels like it's long overdue to meet Dave.
Yes, awesome.
It'll be fun.
Thank you, Pat.
Oh,
so we'll be posting video on the Art Car Museum in Trinidad.
Absolutely.
We absolutely will. That was such a cool
that
place.
was such a fun place.
Yeah, if
To
you
have a private tour with the lady was fun too.
Yeah, we were the only ones there, so
Yeah.
we kind of got a private tour, and you'll see more of that in the video. Actually, we got so much there that we decided to make it its own video.
Yeah.
Normally, we'll incorporate 2 or 3 little places, but there was so much there, and it was so cool and
I
interesting.
wanted to give all those artists credit.
Yeah, and each car had its own very unique story. So
Yeah.
if you're not following us on Facebook and Instagram, we posted some of the pictures of those cars.
Yeah.
So go over to Wayward Waggs on Facebook or Instagram, follow us on there. You can see some of those pictures of those cars, but the video is going to be even better.
If you ever go through there, you must go see it.
Yes.
It's free there by donations only.
Yeah.
So it.
And we did go to the one in Houston when we were
Yes,
in
we
Houston,
did.
but it's a lot smaller,
Mhm.
a lot less cars. The
Yeah.
one in Trinidad is just amazing.
It was so.
Kind of wish we were going to be here at the time that they do that. They do a parade,
The parade.
Art Car
I
parade.
know,
I'd
that
like
would
to be
so cool.
in Trinidad at that time.
Yeah.
But
We'll have to catch one sometime.
thank you, Pat. Appreciate
Yeah,
that. 100% of that's going to the next veteran organization also. So our last live was from your parents' house in Texas. Because we had bad internet where we were.
Yeah.
And so we had to go to your parents' house and do that.
Yeah.
And we were in Texas for a total of 6 weeks.
Yeah.
All
All
together.
together. Yeah.
And we were in your parents' area for about 3 weeks.
Mhm.
And if you know our channel, you know we don't like staying that long.
No, that's a long time. 3 weeks is
That
a long
is
time for us.
And we didn't plan it
We
that
get
way.
antsy
Yeah.
after 2 weeks.
But if you live in this lifestyle, you know that you at some point have to take care of your healthcare stuff.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, you got to slow down or
Yeah.
stay longer for certain.
And that's
times.
hard for us
It
to
is.
say we will stay put long enough to do that.
And you have to work. We had to work on it like month out.
Yes, like the end of February, beginning of March, I was working on trying to get in April at a reasonable time,
Yeah.
which was crazy because between COVID and having to go through a primary care for the referral for a specialist, that's why it made it even longer.
Yeah. So
And
it was
painful.
It was very painful. I'm glad it's over. And I'm glad we're back out moving again. And
Yeah.
we didn't get too far off track. We had to stay there for an extra
We stayed an extra week.
week.
Yeah, it should have been a 2-week trip. It turned into a 3 week trip.
Yeah. So Cheryl Clark said hi from Salida, Colorado. Just sold our house,
Oh,
picked up our
wow.
Solitude on the 18th to go full time, and they lived in Trinidad for 8 years.
Cool.
Yeah,
It is
very
a cool little town.
Yeah, it was really cool because I don't know. It's just to me, it's really cool. You go to Walmart.
They have the best Walmart view ever.
You pull into the parking lot of the Walmart in Trinidad, and you're looking directly at the Walmart, and behind the Walmart, it's just Rocky
Rockies.
Mountains.
The whole view.
And you're like,
like you could just sit outside Walmart all day and look at it. So cool.
yeah. Dee from Foreverland is asking if we're having any trouble getting gas yet. No,
No.
but the gas prices out here are high, and I don't know if that's just high because they're high here,
Yeah.
or it's because of the gas deal. But
And for our kid, it's starting to get a little rough.
Yeah.
She is in Alabama.
she's in Alabama, and she is having problems.
Yeah. So Georgia and Alabama have gone to hoarding
Yeah,
like instantly.
yeah,
But so far, we are only feeling the prices,
yeah.
not a shortage.
Yeah. So we'll see. I think we were already preparing for gas prices to be high out here in the West.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we mentally prepared. It's going to start to get higher.
So whether it's high because of the gas shortage or whether it's just high,
Yeah, this could be their normal.
we
fall,
were already
you know?
prepared for it anyway,
Yeah.
so we kind of budgeted for that and saved up a little bit for that. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's no bad views out here.
Yeah, no.
They said they're having issues with gas in Virginia.
In
I can
Virginia.
imagine everywhere because that pipeline that runs from Texas to New Jersey,
Yeah.
that hacker issue,
Yeah.
whatever it is. We don't watch the news, so
Yeah, we caught a bit of it.
well, the reason we know about it more is because our daughter was planning a road trip. I don't know if she's still going to do it or not.
She's still
but
going to do it. We advised her not to, so
Yeah.
she's going to be hell bent on going because we said she shouldn't.
yeah. So, but we
That's
don't
just how it
have for us for the next several weeks. Like we're in Colorado Springs for a couple of
Yeah.
weeks, and then we just traveled to Denver, which is not very far.
No, it'll be
We're there
short
for a
trip.
couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and then up into Cheyenne, which is not very far from Denver, and we're
No.
there for a week. So for the next like 5 weeks, we're not really requiring a lot of gas, I don't think. So
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a huge,
Just our
huge issue.
travel out and about to explore. It's really the only
Yeah.
gas we're going to burn.
And Avenger, Steve from Avenger said that the gas pipeline's supposed to be back online tonight. We hope so. I hope so. Yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, let's say we were in Texas for 6 weeks, and our last stop was in Amarillo, Texas.
Yeah.
Which we had never been to before. We did some really cool stuff there.
Amarillo's fun.
Lots of footage
Some
coming
stuff
up.
was still closed, which was a bummer because there was
Yeah.
more I actually wanted to conquer while we were
The
there.
biggest bummer was the RV museum in Amarillo was closed.
Yes, that about broke my heart.
And it wasn't because of the Rona.
No,
It's because they're moving locations.
it's just bad timing
So
for
it was
us.
terrible timing for us.
They're
So,
opening June 2nd.
yeah.
I would have loved to go into the RV meeting.
Thank you, John. Appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
100% of that's going to the next veteran organization. And it's funny that John is on here because when we went out to we're not going to talk too much about it because the video stuff's coming up, but we went out to the St. James Hotel.
Yes.
John said that he was a part of a supernatural team
No
that
way.
went out there, and crazy what they heard and saw. In there.
Whoa.
So I'd like to hear more about
Oh,
that.
yeah. He's
But,
gonna tell us about
But it's a very cool, very
Because it
cool
was just
place.
creepy walking through the hotel to begin with.
It was.
So I
Yeah.
can only imagine what his story's like.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And he says, this is from my first retirement check. Okay. So congratulations,
Happy
John.
retirement.
We appreciate that. Thanks so much. Yeah,
That's awesome.
awesome. And Rob said the gas will be cheaper in Wyoming. I hope so.
Oh, cool.
Anytime we can get cheaper gas,
Yeah.
good for us. Hey, Living Life's Journey's in here. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Internet was stuck on stupid. It happens, man.
Been there.
It definitely happens.
Definitely
Thank you,
been.
John. Thanks again. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you got some more information on that, send it to us because we'd love to hear about
Mhm.
the haunting of the
Oh,
St. James Hotel because very cool place. And I responded to John and I said there's definitely a feel
Oh yeah, the
in
whole
that place.
creepy vibe.
As soon as you go in, you're like, there's a feeling.
We're
in
not
here.
alone.
There's
We're
a
so not alone.
feeling in here. Hitch, roll, relax. Hi from Bradenton, Florida. Can't wait to go
wow.
north. Only a
We
few
were
months
there
ago.
during the winter.
We did winter in Florida, and
We weren't far from Bradenton.
so very hot down there.
Yeah.
Right now, where we sit, it's about 50 degrees.
Yeah. But it's sunny, so it makes it feel like a very pleasant 50-something degrees.
Yeah, when we left
Yeah.
Raton, I don't know how I say that.
Just say Raton.
Raton. When we left Raton this morning, it was 38 degrees.
Yeah.
It was
What-
cold.
It surprised me because I did not realize that Raton sits at a higher elevation than we are sitting here.
Yeah, I just kind of
I
assumed.
assumed it was going to get higher as we
I
got
thought so.
up here. But
Right,
we're
yeah.
and it really showed traveling here because the clouds were so low and it was misting all morning.
Yeah.
And as soon as we were getting closer to Trinidad,
Mhm.
the clouds were gone. It was more blue
Yeah.
skies.
Well, as we crested
Gorgeous.
the top of the Raton Pass,
Yeah.
which is the section of 25 that
corridor.
goes through the mountains, up on top there, it was really cold, and there was still snow on the ground
Yeah.
on the sides of the
They
road.
had plowed it off to the
Yeah.
side. But then once you got more into Colorado, it was just beautiful.
Yeah. Ricky said retirement sucks. He's working harder now than he did before. Man, Miss Barbara got you working, Ricky, man. I'm
Oh,
sorry. That
man.
sucks, man.
I'll talk to her when we
Yeah, we'll have a
link
chat.
up.
We'll have a chat. We'll talk to Barbara
Can't
about
work
that.
with you.
Leave a man alone. Gary's in here from Ohio. Hi, Gary.
Hey.
It's probably
Talk
warmer.
about cold.
Yeah, probably warmer in Ohio right now.
Yeah, hell,
Yeah.
why?
Steve asked, "It's one. You want to trade weather? It's 84 in Southwest Florida." And actually, I prefer to be hot.
We do prefer to be hot, but I don't want the humidity with that heat.
Hmm.
Florida has humidity.
Yeah, I don't like the humidity.
I
But
want a dry heat, not a wet heat.
I would rather sweat than be cold. Because once
Yeah.
I get cold, man, I can't shake it.
No, you can't. God, 2 days now, this boy has been whining about his feet being cold, even though he's got socks and shoes on.
But look, I'm sitting in the slide because the last 2 days has been terrible weather when we were in Raton.
Yeah, so
Just overcast, cold. I mean, the high yesterday was like 40.
so we've been doing editing.
And so we're editing and some other stuff. So I was sitting in the slide all day long yesterday with my feet under the table in the slide. And the slide doesn't have as much insulation as the rest
No,
of
it
the
does.
So you're sitting over there all cozy,
Well, I'm sitting right on the couch
talking
next to you. It's
trash
not
about
like
my cold feet.
I'm still in the slide. I mean, the couch is in the slide, but I had to get out the little ceramic heater and put it by his feet.
Sarah
so
said, "Yeah, but you can't go to work naked." Well, you can, Sarah,
they can. They
but
frown on
they
that.
don't
though.
like that.
No,
Yeah,
they
the
kind of
boss
send you home.
might have something to say about it if she went there.
Yeah, but in general,
Yeah.
yes, we would rather be too warm than too cold.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and John from RV Traveling in My Researcher said it's no humidity on the west side of Colorado right now. And so we're not going to be on the west side of Colorado during this
trip.
but we are going up over to the west coast, back around. So who knows? We will hit the west side of Colorado at some point.
Yes, because we have to, during the spring, we have to go back to Texas briefly.
Yes.
So we will hit that side of Colorado to come back. We'll map ourselves to see different Colorado.
Yeah.
So.
And if not, then we'll hit it at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not in a hurry. We're going to see everything.
Well, yeah, we are going to. But since we have to come back briefly to Texas and then go back west, we'll hit different territory coming back.
Yeah, Cheryl said they'll be chasing this 70 with no more. And we thought the same thing, Cheryl.
And no more snow.
We thought that we would be chasing 70, and
we're finding it's very hard to find 70 sometimes.
It is, man, because I mean, like I said a couple of days ago in Raton, the high was 40.
Yeah.
2 days before that, it was in the 80s.
Well, just alone being in Tampa in January, we had days,
40s.
many days that were in the high 40s, low 50s, and I was like, "Whoa, what happened?"
So sometimes you just can't time it right.
No,
You know, but
I'll take cool. I just don't want cold.
yeah. And then the next couple of days here in Colorado Springs, it's supposed to get back
in
to
the 70s.
like perfect weather.
Yes, it's going to be great exploring weather.
So we're looking forward to going out and exploring.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to meeting up with all the people that are here in Colorado Springs, because I had no idea there was this many people.
No, but that's
Colorado
awesome.
Springs.
It's a good problem to have.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Drew said he's moving to Texas.
Sweet.
I don't know. And there's different, and so,
Varies in Texas where you want to be.
well, all 4 seasons are happening in Texas
At the same time, right now.
all at the same time.
Yeah.
If you're up in Amarillo, it's cold.
Yeah.
If you're down in Brownsville,
It
it's
is
super hot and
hot.
humid. If you're out west, it's dry. If you're out east, it's raining. So if you want all 4
Houston,
seasons,
it's humid.
just go to a different place in Texas and you can get a different
Yeah.
season anytime.
Yeah.
Or if you don't like the weather, you just wait a few minutes, it'll
It
change.
will change. That is for sure.
But anyway, we were talking about Amarillo, and Amarillo was a very cool place. We didn't stay at a very nice RV park.
No. It made it an interesting stop.
Well, it was an interesting travel day altogether
Yeah.
because
But you know your RV park's going to be interesting when it's right off of MLK, because not many cities have great streets that are MLK Boulevard.
yeah, normally when you get into a town and it says MLK, you're like,
I think I'm on the wrong part of town.
we were right there, and it was inexpensive, but and it was quiet.
It was
Nobody
very
bothered us.
quiet.
There wasn't any crime or anything. It was just not in a
No.
really good part of town.
No, it's just an awkward block.
Yeah,
A very awkward block.
and a little bit of a slope.
Yeah.
And so we pulled in. We pulled in the exit,
Mhm.
so we went in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then we had to like get ourselves turned around
Yeah. That was
to go
fun.
back the other direction to get back into our spot. When we're pulling in our spot, it's the only spot, and it's the one they assigned us to. And there's like low hanging branches.
It was very low tree.
So after a long drive, I got to get up on the roof of the RV.
Yeah, we only got like what, not even a quarter of the way in the
'cause we're
spot.
pulling in. She's going stop, because she's like you're gonna knock the air conditioner off.
Yeah, they were lower than they looked initially. It
Yeah.
wasn't until it got close to the air conditioner could you really tell.
So I climbed up with the saw, and I started sawing all these branches off. And
It
throwing them
almost
off
would have taken less energy to just chop the tree down than it
Yeah.
did to saw the branches off the tree, because there were a lot of branches.
And I just pulled in enough just to get access to the first branches. I cut those off,
Yeah,
and there was still more.
yeah.
So Leslie had to get into the truck, and I'm on top of the RV. And
Pull
she's
forward.
pulling forward while I'm on top of the RV, going forward to get to the rest
next
of the
set of
next set of branches.
Yeah.
And she's like, man, I hope they don't get mad that you're cutting
Cutting.
me. I don't
Some
care.
people get pissy when you can't be cutting the
Yeah.
trees.
I was like, I don't care. I'm not knocking the air conditioner off my brand new
No,
RV
yeah, yeah.
and scratching it all up and stuff.
We had a good old pile next to our picnic table that was taller than me.
Yeah, so we were worried that they were going to be a little pissed. But
Yeah,
actually, they came back the next day and thanked us for cutting their tree.
yeah.
So, hey, you're
And
welcome.
they hauled it off for us.
Should
so-
took a couple of dollars off the campground fee.
Shut up.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
'Cause
The next person who got that spot, you're welcome.
I was spent, man. I felt like Ricky
You were. Yeah.
working harder after retirement. Than
Yeah. You did work hard for that.
I
There was a
did.
lot of sawing. I mean, I was like, oh my God.
But there, even though it wasn't a great place, like I said, it was quiet. No one really messed with us,
No.
and there was a ton of cool stuff to do in Amarillo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Location wise, it worked out great. It really did.
Yeah. Chief and Dee said, "How is Scout?" Scout is. I was actually going to do a Scout update later, but we'll do it right now. It's fine. Since you asked, Scout is not digging the cold weather.
No.
He's like for the past 2 days has been like he didn't even want to come out of his.
Well, for
Cage, or out of
almost
his
a full
habitat.
48 hours, he didn't leave the top of his log. Like,
No.
I was like, you have no blood circulating through your body.
He was
You
like-
should get off the log and move your limbs.
But today was travel day, so he had to go into his travel carrier. And then when we got here, he's on the back of the couch now. He's actually liking it here because there's so much to see.
And he did run while you were setting up outside. He did do a couple
Yeah.
laps around the island and before going back to the window. So
Well, he was upstairs. I had to bring him down.
yeah.
'cause he was-
So I think he senses it's better here. The weather is better here, and he's happier.
but the other thing that Scout's going through right now is he is
He's
shedding, and he sheds in patches. So he's got like a patch here. He's like this whole arm's like dry skin. He's got on his knee. He's got a little piece on his tail.
And
he
he
always-
he's got leprosy.
He always. People say, how do you know if your bearded dragon is happy or not?
Yeah, like can you tell their moods?
But you can tell.
Yeah.
He's pissed.
He's disgruntled when he sheds. He has a very unpleasant, even more unpleasant than his normal unpleasant look.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he rubs his head on things. And
Yeah.
you can tell he's irritated with the dry skin.
Where are we staying? Just popped in. Hi, guys.
Oh,
Mickey Mouse is in here. Hi, Mickey Mouse. Hi. Hi, guys. Good to see you guys. We did get to go to a couple of cool places. We went to the Cadillac Ranch, which was
Yeah.
on our bucket list, and it's on everybody's bucket list, I think. So we went to the,
it's a must if you're in Amarillo.
yeah, they have a couple others. They have like the Punch Bug Ranch, and then they got the Tractor
Tractor
Ranch.
Ranch,
We didn't get to
yeah.
go to any of those,
No.
but it was a cool place.
Yeah, I was not mentally prepared for the thickness of the paint.
It was thick.
Yeah.
Where's that paint at?
I have to
We
look
took
at
some.
that.
We took some paint because as you're painting, that stuff just gets so thick and it gets so heavy that it separates from the vehicles and it just falls onto the ground. And so there's actually a couple of artists out in Amarillo too that will collect this paint and they'll polish little pieces down And because there's so many different colors, when it polishes down, all those different colors show through. They make earrings,
beautiful
and
jewelry out of
and
all that
cool
paint.
stuff.
Yeah.
So this is a piece that we got off of one of the cars.
And you can see
the layers,
the paint on that.
Yeah, the color's not very vibrant on there, but
No, but
in person it
it's
is
beautiful though. I can imagine when they polish this and
yeah,
it's gorgeous.
So that's our little piece of the Cadillac Ranch that we have now.
Like chunks just laying everywhere on the ground because it gets so heavy and falls off.
It's very cool.
But we left our mark.
We did.
I don't know how long it lasted because so many people go out there.
But we took our picture, so we'll have it forever.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Scout too. The other thing is we finally put out the video all about Scout. So hopefully you got to see that.
Yep.
And got to see how Scout lives on the day to day and how
and
he
it's
travels.
been nice hearing the comments, and some people didn't even think it was really possible to take a reptile. We've had a fan about taking her snake full time with her, and I just read a couple comments earlier today that people with beardies weren't sure that they could do it, and now they can. They know they can.
Yeah. So very cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully, there's some more people who are going to be getting their beardies out on the road. Yeah, but he travels really well.
He's such a good traveler.
But and I think over the next couple of days as it warms up, he's going to get a little better too.
Yeah.
You want to see if you want to say hi?
I can try.
Force him to come over here and say hi. He's digging the back window. I don't know if you'll be able to see his dry skin patches or not. Just kind of depends. And you know, when bearded dragons get mad, their beard down here just turns black. And when he has this dry skin, like it looks like he has leprosy because the bottom of his beard will be black and he'll have this little white patch right here. There he is.
Say hi to people. Say hi. You got my necklace. Let me have my necklace. Say hi to everybody.
There he is. Hi, Scout.
Hi. Hello.
There he is. Yeah.
My baby.
But yeah, he's a good little travel buddy.
Yeah.
And so we'll tell you about this. This donation real quick. We got to visit. Hope lives here.
Yep.
And I'm wearing the shirt representing their brand today. And they do service animals. They rescue service animals. They pair these service animals with their with veterans, train them up. We actually, for the first time during one of these videos, got to film some of the training session. Yeah. And got to see some of the vets interact with their animals, which was very cool. Yeah. And so here's the team that Hope lives here, and some of the veterans and some of their animals. This is very
great
cool.
Group of people.
Awesome group of people.
Yeah.
And
didn't feel like strangers being.
No, there. It's like any other veteran.
Felt very welcomed. And
yeah, as soon as you talk for a couple minutes, you kind of feel like you've known each other for forever. So great group. Brooke there in the middle is the founder of Hope Lives Here. And you got some of the training staff and then some of the veterans there. So that was very cool. Yeah. And all because of you and because of you watching and donating and helping us out, we got to give away a big check.
Yes.
For $1,900, which is the biggest check that we've been able to give away so far, which is very cool. We also want to mention thank you to Michael and Shelley from Our Epic RV Adventure, because a portion of everything they make on their channel, they donate over to us to add to the pile to make those donations a little bit bigger. So they're gradually getting bigger and bigger, and we definitely appreciate everybody who helps out with that. And the organizations definitely appreciate it too. So we are passing along their thanks to you for helping them out. That $1,900 is going to go a long way. Yeah. After this video airs, if you look in the description, there will be a link to Hope Lives Here if you want to go and look at their website. It breaks down everything on exactly how much of a donation will go to different things. So if you donate a certain portion, what it'll actually go to. Yeah. And they're very transparent on all their funding and all that stuff. So very upfront, very trustworthy people, very cool people. Can't wait to see them again. And then, so if you know anybody, any veteran organization out west, Washington,
Northwest,
I think Southern Washington and Northern Oregon area is probably going to be the area. We haven't nailed down. We have everything scheduled from here all the way out to that area for now, but We'll see. Hey, there's Live and Learn RV. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Good to see you. We were just watching one of your
Yes,
videos.
you did.
And Ken's here
Commented.
from Tallahassee.
Oh.
Our Alliance arrived today. We pick it up Tuesday.
Oh,
Awesome.
nice.
And we got to talk to Ken
Congrats.
when we were in Texas
Mm-hmm.
with your parents. They had some questions about Alliance and wondering all about the Alliance. And so we talked to Ken and his wife, and looks like they got a new Alliance.
Yes,
That is
that's
awesome. I
so
can't wait
cool.
to see it. Yeah. And by the way, we are loving our Alliance.
Of course,
A
we're
lot.
loving it.
Yeah. And I thought that it would be a little more difficult maneuvering the longer RV with a few more feet, but it really hasn't been that different to
No,
me.
it's not terrible.
No.
A few tweaks.
Yeah.
Nothing major. But I'm loving now that we're getting more west and we're having better views and we have these big ass windows to look at these views. I'm like, I'm just in awe when you get to sit out. Like we face out towards the window and you get to see it all. And it's just beautiful. And that's how I want to be traveling.
Yeah. And, you know, we have never seen the Rockies before, but it does make you feel super tiny.
It feels so minuscule compared to
Even in Raton, when we were over there, we went to a volcano over there. They have a national monument, the volcano, and a couple other places. We went to the state park out there. If you didn't see on our Facebook and Instagram, I posted some pictures today where we were biking out there with electric bikes.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I'm telling you, the camera just doesn't do it justice, because even out there at that lake with the mountains in the background, I mean, like I said, you just feel super tiny. You feel like so small, but it's just, and I could just sit and look at them all day. And actually, you have to remind yourself to watch the road.
Yes, you need to remind yourself, and I have to remind him to watch the road.
Because you're just like,
It just squirrels off, and one of us has got to be eyes forward. So, yes, it's me.
Yeah, it's very cool. Hank said, would love to talk to you guys or take you guys on a trip through many of the programs I work with. That's cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that'd be very cool.
Yeah.
And then if we're in the area, we'd love to maybe help out one of those organizations.
And yes, John, we will be going to Billings, Montana.
Yep. We'll be traveling
this
through
summer.
there.
We will be exactly in Billings.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that.
Thank you, Salty Vet, for your service too. 20 plus years in the Air Force, retired, and we're just blessed to be able to even help out these veteran organizations.
Yeah.
It's awesome. The Dean and Lindsay Project. Yes, we are in Colorado. We're in Colorado Springs, and we're having a great time. And our Epic RV Adventure. Yeah, great to be partnered with you guys in helping the vets. We appreciate what you guys do. If you haven't gone over there to check out their channel, go look at their channel, because a portion, like I said, of everything they earn, they send it our way. We lump it in with ours when we donate that out
And
to the
get
next
to make a bigger impact.
organization. So
Yeah.
so that's helping us grow those sizes of those checks a
Yeah.
little faster too.
Mm-hmm.
Roger said they're from Morrison, Colorado, near Denver. Colorado's beautiful, and you're right, cameras don't do it justice. Yeah, that's one of my biggest.
That has been the problem driving, and I'm like,
She's like, ooh.
and I'm taking
Just
pictures,
take pictures. She's like,
and then I
man.
look back at them, I'm like, well, those don't look as nearly as good as it
Looks
did when
like
I looked at it.
Hell.
Yeah, and I delete them all because they don't look good. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you have to actually see it to enjoy its beauty.
Hey, Dreaming Out Loud's in here. Hi, guys.
Ooh,
I got to meet
hey.
them in Tampa. Very cool. Mickey Mouse says, when are you going to be in Tacoma, Washington? July? Mid-July?
Yes, mid to late July.
Somewhere
we will be
in
in
there?
Tacoma.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
we'll be staying out there.
absolutely.
So very cool. Yeah. Once my channel
Do we have
becomes,
her on the tracker?
I don't know. I didn't notice you. Are you in Tacoma, Mickey Mouse? If you are, we would love to see you.
Yeah.
Let us know. I just said tracker. We'd love to see
Absolutely.
you guys. Yeah. Heading to Idaho June 4th, the Dean and Lizzie Project. That's
All
cool.
right.
I've heard Idaho is just gorgeous. Can't wait to see
I've
that.
heard a lot of people say that too. And,
Yeah.
and it's been hard to accept because, I mean, you're like, what could be in Idaho? There's
Idaho.
potatoes. I mean, that's about all.
Taters.
That's all you think of when you think of Idaho. Yeah, it's like, oh. But I've heard, a lot of people have been telling us how beautiful Idaho is. So
Yeah.
it'll be fun to check that part out too.
Yes. Thank you guys for that donation, the super sticker. We
Aw,
appreciate that.
thank you.
That's going to the next veteran organization.
Sweet.
And we're trying to mix it up because we did equine. We've done dogs a couple of times. We've done equine a couple of times. We've done like food stuff for vets. So we're trying to mix it up too.
Yeah.
To different types of organizations.
Sometimes it's not even a choice.
Sometimes
what
it's not.
kind?
Only,
like Amarillo.
Yeah. There's not much.
Sadly, there was not very many veteran organizations in the area.
Yeah.
To work with. So you kind of forced into an avenue, like you say, well, we've done dogs before, but when you're limited in your options, you just go work with what you have.
Yeah. So, but it was cool because it worked out great.
I'm glad we got them because they are a phenomenal group of people.
And it was funny too because when we were sitting there meeting with Brooke, she goes, we were doing the donation. She goes, we didn't think you guys were real.
She didn't think we were actually legitly coming.
And it is a little crazy. I'll walk you through this. So when we find an organization that looks good to us, we've done some research online, and make sure that they're legit and small, where our donation is going to make an impact. I'll call them up and I'll say, hey, and I'll tell them a little bit about our story. We live full time on the road, and we want to give back to vets because we were very involved in fundraising and helping veterans in our local community when we lived in Alabama.
Yeah. And
this is our way of still being involved. So I explain that to them and I say, we want to give you some money. And they're like, what? Like, yeah, we want to come and see your place, interview you for YouTube, and we'd like to make a donation. And they're like, all right. Okay. But several times people have given me that vibe like, for real?
Yeah.
For real? Is this a scam?
Yeah. Yeah, you can sense in some of the tones they're a little leery.
Yeah. But once we get there and give them a check and it actually clears, they're happy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope we do meet soon. Yeah, Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Greetings from Mill Creek, Utah. We follow you and appreciate you. We appreciate you too.
To answer Henry's question, though, I would say I don't know because I never really gave it consideration about helping organizations that help active duty, only because active duty, there's funding attached to that. Usually. Yeah, I don't know of any organizations that help active duty that don't get some sort of government
have some kind of funding
money coming their way to begin with.
Yeah. So we try to get that smaller veteran organization that doesn't have state and federal funding, that is a lot of volunteers, or the people who founded it are like doing all the work and putting in a lot of the money and getting the thing going.
Yeah. Or these veterans, they have veteran benefits, but only covering so much in what they require, and therefore they seek out these other organizations to help them.
Yeah.
And that's where we get to help those organizations finish getting them the help they need.
But if we ever found one that fit the mark that helped active duty, absolutely we would, because
it's not out of the question, but
because people who are on active duty are veterans also. If you served for a day, you're a veteran.
Yeah.
Technically. Yeah. Cross country RV tech. And so I said, my wife and I are about to start our full-time dream. I love installing solar systems. Oh, we're not doing solar, but very excited for you guys.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome. Good luck in your full-time adventures. Try Sweet Peaks ice cream in Montana.
Okay.
All right, we'll do that. And I missed it earlier, but I was scrolling through Mickey Mouse that she's about 20 minutes outside of Tacoma.
Okay, then we'll definitely hit you up when we get over there.
Can't wait to meet you. I know you'd love to meet Scout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wants to meet you.
And solar and painting cabinets, I guess.
Yeah.
When you hit enter it.
Jack of all trades.
Thing up in these two things. Yep. Oh. Okay, they're talking to each other. Yeah. Cool. Welcome. All right. So let's talk about who we have seen.
Okay.
Since the last time. We met up with some people in Texas. Not as many as last time. Last time there was a ton.
Yeah. That was
crazy. Yeah. But this time we met up with a couple when we were we were close to the Fort Worth area. We were about an hour away from the Fort Worth area.
Yeah.
There's some people in there. We got to meet Todd and Ginger.
Yeah.
Todd and Ginger. Went out to dinner with them, and
We
had
could
a
have sat
great-
there all night and talked to them.
Yeah.
Love them.
Great people, and they're out in Texas, and they're working toward the
Well,
full-time thing,
Yeah.
and he's driving trucks, but they're plugging away at it,
yeah.
and that's what you got to do, man. You got to plug
Yeah.
away at it, but you got to be smart.
Yes.
Can't just jump into it. So it sounds like
They're doing it the right
they're doing
way.
it the right way and planning the right way. So that's Todd Ginger. If you guys are watching, it was a pleasure to meet you and hang out with you.
Yeah.
And when we pass back through Texas, we'll definitely see you again.
Yeah.
And this is Tammy and Steve.
I miss them.
We hung out with Tammy and Steve for like,
A couple days.
3 or 4 days.
Yeah, they were only a couple spots down from us.
Went to dinner a few times,
Yeah,
hung out.
they cooked for us.
Yeah, cooked steaks for us.
Oh, it was such a good dinner.
It was really good. And they just got a new RV, new to them,
them.
RV.
Yeah, they still
And
have their home there.
Stay at their home, but they're traveling more and they're staying in it
Mhm.
more. So they're kind of doing, everybody has their own thing. But it was really great to hang out with Tammy
Yeah.
and Steve. Everybody has their own path to full time.
And Johnny, they have the
Oh, yeah.
sweetest
Great
Great Dane. He didn't even want you to leave.
Yeah,
He
he would like put his head on.
put his head down like,
He's like,
"Oh,
"Now you're
bro."
staying here.
He was such a sweet.
You're gonna hang out with me."
Yeah.
Let's get back to the comments. See, did we miss anything? Oh, she's excited. Hi from Monument, Colorado. I don't know where that's
Where's
at. That-
Monument?
hi,
I've heard
Christine.
of it.
Yeah.
But I can't place it in my head visually in Colorado.
Yeah. Yes, Chief. I think that's you that's coming there. Are you going to the Little Bighorn
Yeah.
Memorial? Absolutely.
Mhm.
It's going to be very cool for me because I was in the 7th Cavalry Regiment,
Yeah.
Which is the same as Custer. And even though when I was in 7th, so I wasn't in that location, but I was in the 4th Squadron, 7th Cavalry Regiment out of, but it's the same regiment
Yeah.
as Custer. So for me, historically, that's going to be a really cool place to go back to because it's a part of the unit history that I was involved in and included
Yeah.
with. So that's going to be very cool. Also, when you go to Montana, if you go through Great Falls, check out Ford's Drive-In, the best milkshake in Montana.
I'm always down for a milkshake.
Yeah, and we were going to go to a drive-in movie in Amarillo. It was right next door
It was literally in our backyard.
to the RV park, but we didn't go because this wasn't a great movie.
No. They were playing two movies that we had no desire to see.
Leslie's never been to a drive-in.
I know. And it almost made me say you should just suck it up and watch these movies just so you can say you have been to a drive-in, but
Yeah,
we didn't, so I'm still never been to a drive-in.
yeah. Oh, wow. John said he's got us hooked up for a rafting trip on Yellowstone when we get to the Billings area with my sister.
Shut your face.
Sweet!
That
Awesome.
would be awesome.
That'd be so cool, man. Yeah, let
Yeah.
us know. We'd love to do that.
Yeah.
When we'll be in Yellowstone, I don't know the exact dates. We're not actually staying down there. We're going to be going to,
But we kind of are.
well, kind of. We're going to Billings, and then we're going to drive down to Yellowstone from there.
Yeah, we rented a house.
Rented a house. So we're going to be staying in a house because the RV parks down there were just so crazy expensive.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be with a bunch of other people.
Yeah, we're meeting up with people. So we all just
chipped in
split a house. It's way
And said,
cheaper.
well, we'll just go down to there, rent a house for a few days,
Yeah.
in and out of the park, and hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's in what? End of July? Late July? No,
That's what I said. I don't know.
mid-July.
Mid.
Mid,
It's early.
Yeah,
Early
early
July.
to mid.
Early to mid.
Yeah.
I don't know. Stay tuned.
I'd have to look at the calendar.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, John said epic RV. I figured you and Jerry were all meeting up. Yes,
Yeah.
we are. So that cat's out of the bag. All meeting up out there in north of Wyoming, heading out to the coast.
Yeah.
So somewhere between there, we're going to Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Did you say where from in Alabama? I actually not from Alabama. I retired out of Fort Benning, Georgia, and we lived right across the Chattahoochee in
Yeah.
a little town called Fort Mitchell, Alabama.
Yeah,
And our
very
daughter
well.
still goes to school in Auburn, Alabama. And he said, roll tide.
Our legal residence is Alabama.
Yes. Our tags, registration,
Yeah.
insurance, all that stuff.
Or Mayo goes
Mail
there.
goes to Alabama.
Yeah.
We sometimes get our mail. We sometimes don't because it goes to our daughter, and sometimes she chooses to send it, and sometimes she doesn't. I hope you're watching.
Yeah.
She's not.
So I'm sure she's not. Got way more important things to do.
Yeah. Well, we already talked about Scout, and so let's talk about travel, May to July. We already talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
This is not all set in stone, but it's kind of what it's going to look like. We're going from here all the way up to Sheridan, Wyoming, and then we're going to do like a switchback over to Rapid City,
Yeah.
and then back out west, out to the West Coast. So that's kind of what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It is locked in all the way to Tacoma, but after that, we don't have reservations made after that. We're assuming we're going to be down somewhere close to the Portland area at some point.
Yeah.
But
We got more military friends on the West Coast.
yeah, we don't have it locked in. But take a look at the blue line. If you are close to the blue line, and if it matches up with our travels, we'd love to meet up with you.
Absolutely.
So let us know. Don't let us know in the comments of this
Of this,
live
yeah.
because so much going on. We'll probably miss it. We do go back and read the comments, but we don't always catch everything.
Yeah.
So send us an email
Yeah.
at waywardwags@gmail.com, or you can send us an instant message
Instant
on
message, yeah.
Facebook or Instagram, and we'll definitely add you to my tracker. So I'm a tracker guy.
Yeah.
So I just did a
for
tracker,
everything.
and then we'll reach out as we get closer to wherever you are so that we don't miss you.
Yeah.
All right. Monument is about 10 miles north of the Springs. Quick drive. Oh,
Oh, is it really?
Very
Okay.
And we're on the north side of Colorado Springs because we're up by the
Yeah.
Air Force Academy. So we're not, I don't think we're too bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Scout, can't wait to give you a hug.
She gonna love you to death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You should check out Sentinels of Freedom, great organization that supports veterans after separating from the service with severe disabilities. Okay, Dennis, we'll check that out. Where are they based out of? Let us know for sure.
Yeah.
Because we're always looking for different places. And when we get to a place and it's time for a donation, we're willing to drive, within an hour or
Within
so,
an hour is
a radius of
reasonable.
wherever
Yeah.
we're at to do that.
Yeah.
Not a big deal at all,
No.
even though the gas prices out here are pretty.
Yeah, especially when we get out there.
Yeah. We want to take a second and thank all of our super chats and super stickers from the last live. So thank you to Amy Jones, Pat Graham, Katie Trent, Bill Gorman, the Freedom Project. We did get to meet up with the Freedom
Yes, we
Project while we were out in Texas also.
Yeah.
Very cool people. Had a meal with them, and they are in a Super C.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you all on the list here and here. Tex Angel, Steve. Steve is a repeat donor
Yeah.
from
Love
last
you,
weekend
Steve.
this week, and I'll be underway also. Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys soon also. Danny Kingery and David Brown. And David Brown's in the park here somewhere. We gotta
Yeah.
find David.
Yeah.
Thank him personally.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Right.
thank you all for the super chats, for the super stickers last time. If you donated this week or this month, it'll be on the next month
Yeah.
for us to say thank you for that. Let's see what we're doing now.
What else you got?
Oh, I was going to talk about since we're headed out west, and the views out here are just amazing. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
I've decided.
Oh God. Oh God.
You already know about it.
Oh, I do?
Yeah. I decided to enroll in
Oh yeah.
the drone pilot's course.
Yeah.
We have a drone. We've had a drone since we hit the road full time, but we don't fly it that much.
Well, we stopped flying once we got monetized.
Yeah, once we got monetized, we demonetized all of our videos that had drone footage, and we haven't put any drone footage on any of our videos since we became monetized, because as soon as you use a drone,
You're not supposed to make money off of it without a license.
as soon as you make a penny, it is
Yeah.
considered a commercial aircraft,
Yeah.
and you have to have a certificate that lets you fly.
And we've been dragging our feet.
Yeah, but now that we're out here, I've enrolled in the course. I'm pretty far into the course now. It's very confusing because it's not just for drones.
Yeah.
It's for fixed wing aircrafts also. So it's very complicated. A lot of the stuff in the course I'm just not going to use.
Taking your test next week.
That's it. The part 107. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
So I took the course. I've enrolled I'm not enrolled, but I've signed up for the test. I take my test next Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I'm a little nervous. But as soon as we get that knocked out, you're going to start seeing some drone footage
Yeah.
on our videos. So we're excited about that. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be great footage to capture out here.
Yeah. And we can do it legally,
Yeah.
without
Not have to worry about it.
because the FAA will fine you.
Yeah.
If you are making money. And I know people.
But you had to register with the FAA to be able to.
I had to
book the
register with the
appointment,
FAA,
so.
get my little number, and then so once I get my license, I will have to also register my aircraft with the FAA.
Yeah.
So if there's any issues, then they know how to track my drone and my usage and making sure I'm compliant and all that good stuff.
Another thing that governments watch.
So yeah, we've heard of other channels getting in trouble for it.
Yeah. We're not going to.
And we don't want to take any chances.
Yeah.
I would be the guy.
Yeah.
I would be the guy to get caught.
Yeah.
Fined and all that stuff. And we've heard other people talk about, well, yeah, if your drone weighs less than this and that, you can still fly, and you can fly as a recreationalist, and that there are weight restrictions on that, which determines what you can fly without a license. But it doesn't matter if your drone is this tiny and weighs an ounce, or if it weighs 500 pounds. As soon as you make a penny, it's commercial.
So if you're
And you have to-
monetizing that video, you gotta have to do it legally.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah, and Sarah, we did some footage of theirs with our drone when we first met them, and that's before we were monetized. So now we have to go get a license. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who knew a cavalry guy could be a pilot?
And that just made me crazy too, because we were talking to your mom, and he always jokes because he worships NASCAR. And then for his birthday one year, I bought him the NASCAR experience, and he got to do that. And he's like, I so could be a NASCAR driver. That's a no-brainer. So he calls himself an amateur NASCAR driver. And now when he's talking to his mom about getting this pilot license,
I'm gonna be a pilot.
he's like, never thought you'd have a son that's a pilot, did you? And I was like, oh my
I'm so
God.
proud. You can tell all your friends your son's a pilot.
Whatever. I'm like,
I'm gonna tell everybody I'm a pilot.
He is gonna tell everybody.
But yeah, I actually wasn't. Even though I was in the cavalry, I wasn't a Cav Scout. I wasn't cavalry. That wasn't my.
Yeah, you were just attached to
I was a medic, and every combat arms MLS needs medics. So I have been in the cavalry. I've been in the infantry. I've been in the artillery. I've been in engineers. I've been everything. So as a medic, you get to dabble in a little bit of everything. Tanya asked, "What does that cost?" It
costs way more than I wish it did. Yeah, that's for sure.
To take the test, it costs about $160 to take the test. If you fail it, you have to pay that again. You have to wait 2 weeks to take the test again. Yeah. But because there's so much information and so much that doesn't actually pertain to drone flying, and so much that is just not common knowledge, it's stuff that you have to learn for the first time and comprehend and retain. I would recommend taking a course. I'm taking the Pilot Institute course. The course itself costs $160. They guarantee you to pass, though. If you take the full course and you don't pass it, they will pay for you for your test costs. Yeah. So altogether, it's costing us a little over $300. But we're excited to be able to use that footage. And so this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about when I talk about all the money we give to vets, but there are other money that
the portion that
we keep goes to stuff like this. Taking that test, getting new camera equipment, taking that course to be able to pass the test. So all that stuff goes into it. So a lot of the money
into the channel.
A lot of money that we make goes right back into the channel. Yeah. And Salty Vet said he's taking the same course. It is a challenging course. There's a lot of information. Yeah. And especially challenging for me because I have a traumatic brain injury and I have short-term memory and cognitive issues. Yeah. So for me, I have to learn it and relearn it and relearn it and relearn it. And it's pretty frustrating. Yeah. Then I got to keep it all fresh in my head. I'm testing next Tuesday, so I'm trying to just keep it every day. And I'm going to jam right up until the minute I drive away from here to go to the testing site, and probably be having her reading off stuff as we're going to get there too, because I'm just nervous about it. But they said 99% pass rate, so hopefully it'll be good.
And you're a good test taker.
I am a good test taker. Yeah.
You got a fighting chance.
Yeah. Hey, it's Bob and Barb from Anish World. Hi, guys. Good to see you guys. We're getting ready to get off here, but it's good to see you. But yeah, we've been on for an hour now. Thank you guys so much, everybody who donated, everybody who's watching. Who's that? What's up, person? Mark. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Hey.
Good to see you. Awesome. No NASCAR driving with Blank. No, we won't, not while we're hooked up. No NASCAR driving while we're hooked up.
Yeah.
But before we go, stick around. Don't go anywhere yet. We're not leaving yet. We're going to honor fallen heroes like we do at the end of all of our videos, and we always make these a little special at the end of our live events. I was doing some research and found a few heroes who all were killed in the same incident. Roadside bomb hit their vehicle. And these were guardsmen or National Guard or Army Reserve. I can't remember. They weren't full on active duty. They had other jobs when they were not activated downrange, but they were all killed in the same incident. So big blow for that unit and that community in Ohio, because National Guard and Army Reserve is a little bit different than active duty. Active duty, they're all kind of from everywhere, all over the place. But National Guard and Army Reserve, those are the people you know. You live with them. They're your neighbors.
Yeah.
You get very close with them, and they become your friends. Not that that's not the case on active duty, but it's more so the case in National Guard and Army Reserves, because your families become friends. And for years, 10, 12, 15 years, you could be in the same unit and know each other. Your kids grow up together and stuff.
Yeah.
So when a blow is hit in a community like this, where these three soldiers were taken at the same time, big blow to the community. So we want to honor these fallen heroes. Man, this was a very fun live. Yeah. We always enjoy it. And now that we're in mountain time, Scott can hang out with us during the live.
I'm awake.
So stick around for a few more seconds here, and we're going to honor these fallen heroes. And we appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you in our next video.